Today's story is gonna be B is for blue crab, a Maryland alphabet. A is for Annapolis. It is the government seat in our state capital where legislators meet. B is for blue crabs that swim in a Chesapeake Bay. Males are called Jimmies and females Sallys. That's what the fishermen say. C is for Chesapeake Bay, whose sandy shores are a delight. Its waters are home to crabs and clams, while graceful birds are seen in flight. The Ark and the Dove were famous ships that brought settlers to Maryland's shore. The Dove, which begins with the letter D, arrived along with the Ark in 1634. E is for Eastern Shore, a place where you can play on the shores in the Atlantic or watch sailboats on the bay. Fort Frederick begins with the letter F. It was built with a strong stone wall. During the French and Indian War, it's provided protection for all. Visit historic Glen Echo Park, which begins with the letter G. Take a carousel ride on an antique horse and find interesting things to do and see. H stands for historic battles, where brave soldiers led the fight during the American Civil War for what they believed was right. You can visit the famous National Aquarium at the Inner Harbor, which begins with I. See animals, birds, reptiles, and fish, and watch the sharks as they swim by. Think of knights on horses, and you come to the letter J, which stands for a sport called jousting. It is the state sport of Maryland today. Now we come to Francis Scott Key, whose last name begins with the letter K. He wrote a poem in the midst of battle, which we sing as our national anthem today. L is for the lighthouse, which guides ships through the night. It warns them with its signal and constant beams of light. The letter M stands for Muddy Creek Falls, which is the wondrous sight, where water flows over age-old rocks from an enormous height. N stands for the U.S. Naval Academy, where students in uniform look so grand as they train to be sailors and midshipmen and prepare to defend our homeland. A special bird brings us to O. The Oriole's colors are bright. With the black hood and breast of orange, he is a beautiful sight. P is for the Preakness. Jockeys and horses look so fine. Excitement builds and the crowd cheers as they race to the finish line. Q stands for Queen Henrietta Maria, a queen of England so grand that the colony was named for her and it became Maryland. The letter R brings us to railroads. Trains are a faster way to go than traveling on roads and ships, so Maryland built the B&O. S is for the skipjack, which gracefully sails away to pull the dredge from oysters on a Chesapeake Bay. T is for Harriet Tubman, a hero in her time. She led black slaves for freedom on the Underground Railroad line. U is for Johnny Unitas, the greatest quarterback in his days. He won games for the Baltimore Colts and really knew how to call the play. V is for Visionary Art Museum, where untrained artists like you and me can display their works of art for all who want to come and see. W stands for watermen. Fishing is their trade. They dredge for oysters in the bay. That's how their living is made. X stands for X-rays, which you can get at Johns Hopkins Hospital, where medical needs are met. Y stands for Camden Yards, where the Baltimore Orioles played. Although the park is new, it looks like an olden days. Zoo begins with the letter Z. Animals who live in the Maryland Zoo, including elephants, monkeys, tigers, and lions. And you can see the polar bears too. The end.